Okay. Let me check the stream, but as always, the stream is behind. Okay. Okay. We're good. Valterion, what's going on, dude? How are you? How the heck are you? Good on the sound. Valterion, what's going on, dude? How are you? We're good. I think we're good. But man, looked like he might have showed up and didn't leave. It's okay. Just coming back from just getting home from seeing the new Thor: Love and Thunder movie. I really loved the film. Give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Really was a great movie. Let me, like I did yesterday, I'm gonna move you down there. I didn't want to block Knives thing. Oh, it's midnight. Sheesh. Then I definitely need to have these streams. Well, like I said, I just getting home from going to go see this Thor: Love and Thunder movie, so the earliest was 3 p.m. before showtime. If it was any earlier, I would have definitely went and seen it, and probably had done the stream today anyway. I just literally just walked through the door. I was like, I kind of feel like streaming. Let me do this stream today, talking about the homie Vash, the show Trigun, and just diving into my thoughts. The stream might not be long. It might be 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It just depends on what happens. Anybody else may show up in the chat as well. But I don't want to keep you, because again, your time is not my time. It's 6:30 p.m. over here on the East Coast for me. So you are a few hours ahead of me. So yeah, but definitely everybody else who may watch this stream later, you say you really have, it's perfect for you. That's fine, dude. I try my best to do, if I ever do streams, I try my best to do them, a decent enough time that for the few that I know that come to these streams, whenever they have time to stop by, it's usually roughly a couple hours prior, like maybe 2 or 3 hours prior. I want to do more streams during the week, at least like maybe once or twice a week. It all depends on how I'm feeling when I get home from work. Plus I have family member that I'm taking care of here at home too, so that's a whole nother thing that that's what kind of halts me from doing stuff here on the channel. But anytime that I do get the chance, like this week, I just needed some time off. I took today off, tomorrow off. I was automatically off yesterday, and I'm off this weekend, so I requested off Thursday and Friday. Well, basically today and tomorrow. So that gave me a 5-day break from work, because work was kicking my butt this whole month of June, maybe a little bit prior to June, I don't know. It was just one day where I just came home and I was just super tired. Well, actually, I went to work super tired. Like, I had slept, but I don't know. It was just one of those things where it was just like, and I had encouraged one of my coworkers to take some time off, which he's going to be taking next week. And we actually have the same weekends off. And it was just one of those days. It was like a day or two after I encouraged him to do so. I actually helped him take that, help him put his request off. That I I think it was like a day or two, maybe 48 hours, maybe a couple of days later, that it just popped in. I was walking to work and I was just like, I feel like I need a little bit of a break. And I ended up putting in my request to take off. So, Cole Win, what's going on? How are you today? What's going on? So, yeah, I was just like, I just need that time. I'm looking forward to the Thor movie. Stuff hasn't held my attention lately, but Brother Rider is great. So, yeah, I think, honestly, dude, the Thor Love and Thunder, from literally start to finish, like, for me, 8.5 out of 10, like, comedy, action, bringing the feels to it. Just, it really is a really great movie. It's one of those films that I would definitely say that I would sit and watch over and over and over again. So I can't wait to rewatch this one over and over again once they bring it to Disney Plus, because I have the subscription. So, but yeah, but with needless to say, let's dive into the stream for today. I'm got, like I said, guys, in my videos this past week, like even over the weekend, like I'm getting more intrigued by this Trigun remake. I'm actually looking to, if I can, find a couple of the volumes of the manga, because I haven't even read Maximum yet, and I've been wanting to do so for the past year. I want to say, I think I looked up trying to find it last year, if I remember correctly. I think it was like closer to the fall of 2021, and I was just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I couldn't find stuff specific, because it is really hard to, some mangas are just really hard to get like the physical copies of them, especially when they're older stuff and people are like scalping them, and I really despise scalpers with a passion, right? Plus I'm a big Star Wars fan, so one of my favorite all-time characters, who's a non-force user, who doesn't have any force powers, his name is Grand Admiral Thrawn. If you don't know who he is, he's a very intellectual humanoid, and they came up with a special edition book for him for his prequel trilogy. There was 3 of them. All 3 books had a special edition that was, all 3 of them were basically like the same price, $150, and they went like hotcakes, all of them. Well, the first one pretty much took a little bit longer to sell, but these second 2 just went like hotcakes within a total of like, I want to say like 12 minutes in total for both books. But once they did, these scalpers were putting them, were pretty much overpricing them online within that first hour after they sold out. It was just really ticked me off. I really don't like that. But looking up online, trying to find manga for whatever anime that I've been watching, it's really hard to find like the paperback stuff, and them being at a decent price. It just depends. If the remake adapts more of the manga, the story will naturally shape out differently, as they have hindsight to shift stuff around, like in 2011, the remake. Yeah, I think we talked. I think we've talked about this. That we want. We honestly we do. We want a good story. At least like with the Duffer Brothers, like I said, I heard that they are anime fans, and they are. Actually, no, I talked to somebody. It was somebody else. I was talking to one of my other subscribers about them. The Duffer Brothers, who are famous for their Stranger Things Netflix show, they are doing their own version of Death Note in live action form. So this is getting another live action But again, the key note to say is that they are anime fans. So my hope is that they've already watched the anime for Death Note, and they're going it off of that. They hopefully, if they haven't, picked up the manga, read some of it or most of it, maybe all of it, and really are looking to really bring forth to life in live action form Death Note, and then, on Netflix, which is probably going to come out in a couple of years or something. So same thing with Trigun. If this studio is working with a whole new cast, basically a new script. The hope is that they will, look to, do what needs to be done. See, personally, I enjoy them spending more time on stuff like the Gun-Ho Guns. Those guys showed up really fast. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they really did. Yeah, that was what episode. So I just watched it too, like episode 5 or 6 or something like that. Yeah, if they really just like stick to the source material, somewhat, to be able to do this remake, per the title that I've coined for the stream. Like I said, I know, Mal, we've talked like earlier today, like we, from what the trailer, it seems like this is it's seemingly might, if it does the numbers that they want. I honestly want to say here on the stream, I'll probably do this in another video, is that we might be getting more than one season. And like the sniper guy could have met Vash in the White Canyon, yeah, and Vash need to get across, yeah. I feel like we could get 2 seasons of this show if we get them, if they give us, because literally per the trailer, I want to say, for me, from how I'm viewing it, is we see the poster of him wearing the original coat that he normally would wear, but he's now wearing this hoodie. The hoodie could mean a couple of things. Could be that he didn't get the coat yet, so this is prior to him getting the coat, prior to him doing some other stuff. It could be that, because there's also this other thing that I wanted to do a video on, but there's on the right shoulder, if you didn't notice, there's a Project X. That's what it says, Project X, on the right shoulder. It's like a patch or something. It's making me curious as to what that meaning could be for the Project X thing. If they literally take the Gun-Ho cast and they broaden their stuff, that would be great. Maybe we get to see a little bit of Kite's backstory in an episode, or a portion of an episode. I know in I think it was episode 8 that I talked about in a separate video for the original, that we just saw that they brought up Kite's past and his father and stuff like that, and what happened to him, and him telling Vash as he is remembering his promise to Rem, and he's trying to patch up the bad guys because they're bleeding, because he literally naturally responded in such a way that he shot them to cause them to bleed. I think they will be planning for more than one season. Yeah, if we get that stuff like that, a little bit more gun-ho crew, maybe some other stuff with Millie. with Millie and Merle. Hold on, I'm responding to this message. My phone was vibrating like crazy. So I think that if it does the numbers that they're expecting it to, if people can go into this, watch it. I understand that people get totally thrown off by the animation. It doesn't affect me at all. I don't. It's in the shape of a DNA strand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that uh, the hoodie coat is something that he may have picked up from the ship, even like when him and Knives got basically shot out and away from their home, and you know Rim was basically sacrificing himself. I think that hoodie coat could be from the actual ship that they were in, and he just carried it with him this whole time until he basically just grew up and was able to wear it. That's my assumption of what the reason why he has that. That's the other thing that I was trying to say. It could be a couple of things. It could be the prequel stuff. It could be losing my train of thought. but and then of course, like somebody else brought up about the gun, because I didn't really notice it until after I did the video about his gun. That the make and model of the gun doesn't actually look like Vash's gun, his 45 revolver that he normally would use in this image here. It's a totally different gun. So I'm wondering, like, where did he get that gun? And when, will we be getting the the backstory in this remake of him getting the gun that he uses in the original? Where is Knives at in this moment? Will we see Legato in this remake, in this coming season? Dominique even? Will we see any of them in the animated comic? I'm just serious. I'm really intrigued by this remake so much. I really can't wait. Will we? I'm expecting to see Merle and Millie. I'm expecting to see Wolfwood. Maybe not early in the episodes. If it's, I think honestly, per the remake 2, it might do a 2 core thing. It might go 12 episodes, cutoff point, another 10 or 12. That'll be the first season, and then we'll get the second later. I think I know what the project is as well. That's the C project, and I may have an idea of where he got the hoodie. The same place he visits the Wolfwood near episode 20. Okay. I already have a video on my mind about that too. What is that? Isha Doll World, what's going on? How are you? Welcome to the stream. How are you today? I hope you are doing well. I understand. It's not. It's not the they're. I mean, because it's just it. Honestly, guys, like the reason why the designs are the way that they are is because of the studio that they are with. They're using, because they are known for doing that, and they're staying to what works for them. They're not just making the decision to change anything. Now, I haven't watched Beastars at all. I've been meaning to do so. I've heard some good things about the anime. So, maybe later this year I'll check it out closer towards the winter time. Or boy band member. That's funny. So I when they said that this was the studio they were working with, when they brought up Beastars, and I remember seeing a trailer for the Beastars stuff, I was thinking in my mind that's probably it's probably what they're gonna go with as far as animation. And as we see per the trailer, and that's the thing, like the crazier thing about it, guys, we got that information on the remake literally like 3 weeks ago or something like that, and then we get the trailer right here, over the weekend. It's like, man, I might give his Vash classic outfit at the end of the season. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They better keep Vash goofy person big part of the child. Yeah, I honestly, guys, I really think that they will. Again, the trailer, and that's the thing. Me and my buddy was talking about this. Because trailers can be misleading. And they've been, whether it's movies, TV shows, anime, trailers have been misleading for decades, basically, right? Even though we're per the trailer, Vash is like super serious in the trailer. A lot of what we're seeing could be a few episodes ahead, and we still get goofy Vash 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes into this. Again, I'm hopeful that it's going to be more than one season. So we'll say season 1. The first 7 episodes is all goofiness, and then the last 4, maybe 3, let's say 3, and then the final one he gets back to his goofy self. So the 8, 9, and 10, he's serious, and then with a little bit of goofiness, and then 11 and 12, because I'm thinking like they may do a 2-core thing. Then the final episode is back to a seriousness one more time, and then a little bit more goofiness closing out. And like you're saying, we'll get him donning his actual coat at the end of the first half of the season. Because again, like I said, I feel like we all agree that a lot of stuff that we're seeing from the trailer is going to be in the episodes, but this could be more than likely just a flashback prior to what we're talking about with him getting his coat and stuff like that. Knights of Zodiac. Said it was no good. Okay. So you're saying like Knights of Zodiacs had a manga, and then they got an anime, and then they changed it. I understand. Honestly, to be honest too, though, like they're always gonna do that. That hasn't really changed when it's pertaining to manga being turned to anime. Literally, we see that with The Promised Neverland, and I never read the manga, but I read like a portion of the first chapter, but when the second season came out, I was hearing people complaining that they changed a lot of stuff in the second season, and I really loved season 1. Let me see, Beastars is pretty good first season, especially. Even the old anime gets more serious near the end of the manga, so trailer's serious tone isn't so misleading. There's still can be goofy moments. Yeah, like I think too that probably a flashback. Yeah, let's hope. Yeah, most of Vash's goofiness is an act. Yeah, right. That is true too. I think that with this trailer too, like, I feel like it's a flashback. I feel like it was something that somebody said that yeah, that Vash has, you know, PTSD. Because even in the original, because I literally just been rewatching it the past several days. Nice not over Zodiac because it's not 90s series that is big in Latin America, nice in Europe. And they tried to change it too much to appeal to the new generation. Okay, yeah. I think that, you know, Vash, even in the original, like, he knew something occurred. He just didn't remember what it was. But he remembers the promise to Ren. He just, like I said, he just didn't. To me, from what I was rewatching, it seemed like to me that he didn't remember that, like, Legato could, at a snap of a finger, activate, you know, the secret weapon that takes out an entire city, right? Because anytime that it did occur, it's just like, what is? He was just like, what is this? This, that, and 30. I think it was episode 15, Demon Eye. Which I want to do. I'm gonna probably do it tomorrow. Such a great episode, by the way. Demon Eye was really such, and that ending, like, tore me up. But let me see. Okay, yeah. So, like I said, I'm probably gonna do that video tomorrow. I might end up uploading it to the channel tomorrow. Also, to RIP to the Yu-Gi-Oh! If you didn't hear that, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Creator passed away today at age 60, so RIP to him. Also to RIP, I was gonna do a video of it. I probably still will. RIP to the manga 86 that has been canceled. It only the light novel. It stops at 3 or 4 volumes or something like that. I gotta check out Saint Seiya. As I lost memories both in the manga and the anime that happen similar. You should check out, by the way, to see if you like the differences. Yeah. I'm like I was saying. I'm looking into the manga again. I was trying to look up to try to find some copies of the volumes last year. But from if I remember correctly, from some of the stuff that I was looking at, there were scalpers. The books had scalpers. They were charging like $60-something for these. I'm like, that's just nonsense to me. When some other mangas could literally cost me like $12 to $15 to get a book. So it's just like, I just despise scalpers. And I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? RIP to the light novel for 86 that got canceled because the artists, not the writers or the creator, the artists, their health is bad. So they announced that they're canceling the light novel of 86. Yeah. And that's the thing. I watched here and there Yu-Gi-Oh. I wasn't fully watching the anime back then. It caught a little bit of my attention back then, but I knew that it had a following and fans loved it. So, you know, like I said, RP to the homie over there. He passed away today at age 60. His birthday was coming up in October, if I remember when I looked it up. So, just sucks. And last night is when I found out about the light novel for the manga for 86. It was just like, man. Hearing that the doctor was not good, I believe The Japanese Latin American adaptations were legendary. Nice. So, maybe, maybe they, per the remake too, maybe they'll give us more backstories on Merle and Millie. I'm wondering what Wolfwood's stuff's gonna look like. Are we gonna get a little bit more backstory? Again, the hope is that they, go to the manga, be like, yeah, cool. We're gonna read this, gonna take it. Okay, cool. This is what we have here. This is the source, and we're gonna apply it. We're gonna actually like branch out some stuff, like really just fully like flesh stuff out per a lot of these characters, including Knives, and because again, like I said, a lot of what we saw in the trailer, all this stuff could be prequel stuff that leads us to when Vash actually gets his coat. Because that's the thing, he looks to me, he looks a little bit younger than what he looked like. Like I think he looks more teenager-ish than he does like adulthood-ish Vash. Like Vash here, even in his image, he looks like, like him and Knives, they look like they're in their early 20s. Like in the trailer for the remake, he looks like he's maybe 17 or 18. Now, of course, they are older, much older than what they are. But it's just one of those things, and we have to get the love and peace scene. Needs to happen. If that doesn't happen, I will be upset. Now, I'm not saying that it fully needs to happen this season, if it's 2 seasons, but we definitely need it to occur in this show, in this remake. We have to have them do the love and peace. Love and peace. We have to have that. And my boys from a band. What would the band name be? What would you name the boy band for Vash and Knives? Because I'm actually too curious. I mean, I am curious to wondering what Knives is gonna look like in the remake. They have to keep the love and peace. I need that in my life. I think that was episode 4, maybe episode 5. I haven't gotten up to 10 episodes in the remake. I mean, the original. So the Triguns. That's a simple name. That's too easy. It's funny, like, this is weird. Like, Verve doesn't have the anime, but the actual site Crunchyroll does. It's just funny to me. The Triguns. Let's see. Let's go Trigun. Let's see. Yeah, Love and Peace. Episode 4 is when that occurred. For the first time, we see in episode 7 of him remembering Rim, but they show her back. He's laying in that water, that water. There's the rose petals flying everywhere. The wind's blowing her hair to the right of the screen. She's laughing. She says, I can't remember what she says specifically to him, but he's like mesmerized by that moment. Even just that scene alone. Well, I really want them to sort of mirror that in the remake. I would love to see that happen. Vash is so pretty. Imagine that Wolfwood is going to look like No, I'm really curious about the gun ho redesign. That too. I saw Trigun got his name because Vash has 3 guns. Nice. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's Triune, yeah. Triple, uh, Trinity, yeah. Trigun, yeah. Yeah, guys. Literally, like once I can find the first volume, I'm on it. I will definitely gladly do some videos on my thoughts on that volume, chapters, whatever, whichever way you want to call it, look at it. Now the thing is, I can order it right now, paperback, volume 1, but it won't come and it won't be delivered to my home until next Monday. So I can add it to my cart right now. This is Trigun Maximum Volume 1 Hero Returns. And I can order it. And that's the thing, there's only one left. And I can order it right now and it'll be delivered to my home. Oh goodness. That's what I'm saying. This one's $21. So it'll be like $23 in total. Let's see. Did any of you already watch Gungrave? I have not. It's on my list of anime to watch. Another anime from the same author. Trigun is based on a video game. Hella good from the early 2000s. You said you cried a lot with the anime. Nice. See, that's the thing. Like, then there's, here's this cheese. Here's a Trigun Volume 1, but it's $65.95. Why? Like, seriously, guys. Why is it priced that high? I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. There's Volume 2 is $18, but then there's one for $6, but it's sold out from Seattle. Remember playing Gungrave on PS2? I had a PS2. I literally I recently, like 3 years ago, I think, bought a new one online, and it was working, but then it ended up breaking, so I had to toss it, chug it. It sucked. Sad. Looking forward to playing some of those games that I had gotten. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's the case. Who knows for sure? But then again, maybe I can. Maybe just look up the. Look up online to try to find the volume. Who knows? I will, because I come across Gungrave here and there, every once in a while. Let me take that off there. Yeah, every once in a while when I'm looking at my my list and stuff, I'll see Gungrave pop up on this. I'm like, yeah, I need to check that out. But hopefully I will. But yeah, guys, this is the hope for this remake. From what we talked about, will we will we get an explanation on that left arm? Will he have uh, will that arm transform into a gun, or because again the gun that he currently has is not his 45 uh, revolver. Will we see something occur where he um, something happens and he takes the pieces from the gun to create the actual portion, the arm gun, and he adds it to his now robotic arm that he currently has? Will we get that, or is it the case of his arm is already robotic and he can still transform it into the gun that he uses? And I'm really curious and wondering what the angel gun is going to look like whenever that is activated. Will we see that this season? Probably. Yeah, I have a emulator myself, or should I say, I emulated a few games, more so Final Fantasy stuff, which I gotta get back to Final Fantasy Crisis Core, which I haven't emulated in my laptop, but they just announced that they're bringing the Crisis Core to, I think it's to the PS4, PS5, and the Nintendo Switch, I think, if I remember correctly. But I definitely can't wait because I'm a huge Persona fan of the series. I can't wait to get Persona 5 on my Switch. I can't wait to get Persona 3 Portable, probably on my PS5, and Persona 4 Golden on my PS5 as well. I'm actually in the middle. I'm staring at it. I have my PS5 on, and I have Persona 5 the Royal playing, but it's not. It's on pause. So I love that series. Betta's arm will be much bigger pistol now, maybe even a little blast. Could be the case. Could be a much more like a little blast, but it's much more powerful. Because as he used it against Dominique, which was really cool that he took it and he put it on his, well, per the camera, so it'd be this way. Like you're, yeah, this way. So she's standing behind him. He goes to the right and he points it in her direction. It was really dope that how he did that in his little mini fight against Dominique. So maybe his left arm is the angel arm now. That would be interesting that they change it to the left when it's his right arm, right? Yeah. I have Persona 1 and 2 on my 3DS. Well, no. Sorry, no. Let's take that back. It's on my PlayStation Vita TV. My Vita TV right here. I love this thing. I have 1 and 2 on there, and then I have the Innocent Sin on my PS3. Um, so yeah, I can't wait. But a lot of fans do want. They've been talking. They want the first two Persona, the Shin Megami Tensei Persona 1 and 2 on the Switch. I think it's gonna get ported there. Honestly, they're just they're just taking their time. But at least, you know, we're getting golden and portable on for the PS5, which is fine. Normally it's right, yeah. But I'm thinking they could have put whatever was in the revolver in the arm, so now it's literal angel arm that becomes, yeah. That's that, yeah. Like it's crazy. Like we're just sitting here, like theorizing and guessing and assuming, like per this trailer, we don't know what all that they're really doing. Like we talked out earlier, like a day or two ago, that what we're seeing per the trailer is I was saying that I believe that Atlas is going to give us P1 and P2 on the Switch, because that's what a lot of people were saying that they wanted once they announced that, you know, all these other ones were coming to the all platform stuff. I think that they'll give us those other two, maybe even Innocent Sin, at some point in the next 2 to 5 years. That's maybe what I'm guessing will occur, because the games are not, those two games are not huge games, right? They're like, you can probably beat those games in a week if you really put the time in. Like probably less than that, to be honest. That's what I'm getting. Even though I haven't even finished playing part 1, I think that it's doable. But yeah, you're right. Like, you're right, Mal. Like, his angel arm could just be the whole. They just were just like, well, why don't we just have him, give him a robotic arm, and that actually be the angel arm, be the second gun, and then eventually he'll get the revolver down the road in later in the show. That could be the case. And like I said, a lot of the stuff that we're seeing, they literally could be giving us him and Knives super early, like the first, probably maybe, just trying to think. They literally may jumble everything that we've seen from the trailer, from what they showed. They may jumble all that into the first episode, and then give us Knives and Vash trying to figure out how to survive and stuff in episode 2. I know, like I said, we see him a little bit older, Vash a little bit older in the trailer. That could be a time jump. So it's just, you know, it's just a whole bunch of stuff that we're just like theorizing and guessing and wondering what's what per the remake. And will we, you know, like I said, will we see a little bit more of a fleshed out story for Merle and Millie, for Wolfwood, maybe even, like I said, maybe even Kite, maybe even the gun ho. Who knows for sure? I do feel like this is just the first trailer. We're probably going to get another trailer with more stuff in it in the next 2 to 4 months. Because I feel like, because they're saying that it's going to be coming out next year, that the anime's probably going to be dropping around early spring. So, like early March, late March. We shall see. Because again, like I said, I'm just really curious as to wondering how they're gonna go about doing this remake. And they, like I said, they just might and hopefully they might stick with the manga. change the music here. A good thing too is it's cutting off. Go with a joint here. This music that I'm playing now I use this for a good number of when I first started to really play music in the background of my videos. I really loved this specific song. Just real chill music. Might just turn it up a little bit, just a smidge. Oops. Okay, so if they follow the original, at least I can sort of guess the timeline based appearance. Like the robot arm would only come after July because he lost it during that incident, but the remake may change that. We really don't know what they're gonna, what the plans gonna do, unless somebody close to the people in behind the scenes and stuff, and they actually put that out there. Because I'm gonna be jumping on Twitter. I'm hardly ever on Twitter, but I'll jump on for this. I was on Twitter earlier, and the creator of Hunter x Hunter put out this. I think I'm gonna do a video on it. He put out this drawing of Kahlua. It was really cool drawing. But they change how he gets the arm. Then that logic goes out the window. Yeah. And that's the one thing that we know. Because they've done it in the remake of Final Fantasy VII. A lot of fans are upset about that. Give me a second. Okay. So I was hoping for a bit that we were somehow seeing Knives, not Vash. But only Vash has that mole and earrings, so we know it's him. That was actually something that I was thinking about. I think it was last night. It was like really like a small thing that popped in my mind. Like, what if we're seeing Knives? What if they what I call 52 fake, right? What if they decided to bait and switch and have that be Knives as as Vash? Like literally, I'll probably do a video on it, but literally, like, we hear Vash talking about Knives. He's talking about Knives, and Knives is the one that's literally, being or playing. That would be, like I said, it was a small, but I was like, I don't know if that would be the route that they go. But that actually would be a very interesting move to make it be like they're like Knives is framing Vash, and why he is on the wanted poster across, across these cities. Yeah, yeah, because they are twins, right? So I am, like I said, that's why I'm really intrigued by this. I probably will do a video on it. So, talking about, like I said, I think it was last night. Might have been. I really did. I was so tired last night, but I think because I was in the middle of finalizing the video for today. Because some of the stuff that we're talking about today, I was going to do a video on. I probably still will. Or I'll probably just take this stream, record it, and chop it up and put it out. I'll probably do it that way. Now, streaming Vash was my first thought. Then I saw the mole. Then you saw the mole on no, that Knives doesn't have. Well, hold on now. Well, hold that thought though. What if Knives gets a temporary mole, puts it on his face, he shifts his hair? What if? Because again, we see Vash standing looking at, here, I'll pull it up. Give me a second. He has his back turned, right? So, yeah, this one right here. He has his back turned. He's facing the two things here, right? What if this is Knives? Because again, this is symbolizing, Vash and Knives being in here. Of course, he has the left arm, but again, we're only just assuming and we're theorizing, but more than likely, this is 99% sure this is Vash. But I'm just like fan fiction. What if Knives is acting like Vash, and he does an evil brother thing and frames his brother on that cheese? Yeah, it could be Knives with a fake mole, fake left arm, and he's like plotting and scheming. He's say like Heath Ledger's Joker on Batman Dark Knight, The Dark Knight. Schemers, because it's all a part of the plan. So yeah, but like I said, 99% we're just believing that this is Vash. But again, it's just really interesting that they gave him this left arm, and they were just like, we're just gonna have him, and like that's the thing, he's right-handed with the gun, and he's pulling it out here. Let's see, where are you? It's literally one of my favorite spots here. This here, when he's pulling the gun out, and then he would point it. He's literally right. He's literally right-handed. But it's just like, it's so interesting. So like I said, all of this stuff could be prequel stuff. We're just seeing Vash just, doing things. See what those tanks are. Yeah, I think that's what I was saying. Like, those, more than likely, those tanks are what they were born in, and maybe there are, like, when you really look at it, see, we look at it, right? Those bubbles, the possibly could be something in these bubbles, right? Let me transform that real quick. Let me trying to think how I want to do this. Let me stretch it. Can I stretch it any further? No. I'm gonna do it vertical, right? Or no. Reset. It's not letting me do what I want to do. Nope, it's not letting me do it. It's okay. I was thinking that I could transform and I don't want to flip the screen or anything like that. What I was really trying to do was bring it. Oh, I can't do it. I was going to try to bring the thing a little bit further out, because the one on the right there looks like there could be something in that bubble there, like there could be like a living being in it. Can't remember how in detail the anime goes on about what knives and Vash are. The only thing I remember, it's in episode 15. Give me a second. Let me see something. No, you know what I'm gonna do. A buddy of mine sent me this image because he knows how much I despise Reese cups. I hate the combination of chocolate and peanut butter together, and he sent me a picture of the image that he's about to eat some Reese's Puffs cereal. It's gross. So I'm gonna pull up the episode. This is what Legato, because I had gelato ice cream the other day, and I really wanted another. No, I don't think it was episode. No, it wasn't episode. I said it wrong. It wasn't episode 15. It was episode 25. Give me a moment. Yeah. Let's...
It's enough to sap one's tears. Shut up! You know this is not finished yet. Did you really expect the end to come so easily?
Can y'all hear it? I think y'all can.
Don't you understand you're not human? It is time to realize exactly who you are.
He activates
Please, it can't be.
the angel.
There's power in that light. Power that you have always possessed. Even more, this represents what you are.
Just that whole, like, that's why it was. I thought it was episode 15. So it was episode. It's episode 24, Sin, that I want to talk about in a video. All right, so I can't remember detail anime, but I know some stuff from the manga, at least, that gets pretty interesting. So they maybe go from the source. There's something earlier before episode 10, I think, when that plant is melting down and Vash touches it, talks to it, and it starts to cool down, and that raises a lot of questions. What the powers plants are and what Vash and knives are. Okay, cool. So literally, Legato tells Vash in episode 24 at like the roughly 17, I want to say 18-minute mark. You heard him say it. He said, you really don't realize, about your age, about what you are, the power that you possess. He says that to him. And it's real interesting that they go this route so much later in the show. Like, literally, they start really diving into Vash's past. I want to say 6 episodes left, maybe. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, maybe 5 episodes. Like those last 5. And yeah, like because I episode 15 has just been on my brain like a lot. It's probably mainly because of his interaction with Dominique there, and I just really just loved how he just popped out the gun, went like this, and like she was just shocked because she was talking about her eye and nothing could get past, blah blah blah, and he had shown her the finger, the blood on his finger, and saying that he redirected all of his senses to focus on the pain in his finger. She couldn't believe it, and it's like that's but you do see some anime doing that where it's just like that's all you got to really do. You even see that in movies, like when people get injured, they literally focus. Even in if you've never seen Major Pain, I'm just gonna bring it up. Just that at the beginning of the movie, somebody's hurt, and he's like, the guy's like my leg, blah blah blah, and he takes his hand, he grabs a finger, he's like, you may feel a little bit of pressure, and he breaks his finger, and he's like, it works every time. Talking about he switched the pain from where he was originally focused on the leg, and he sends all those senses to that finger. Same thing that Vash decides to do here in episode 15. It was a sad episode. He really did. He really did. So it's just one of those things that I just love. I love Major Pain. I've rewatched that movie from front to back so many times. That and the movie Friday with Ice Cube, and Chris Tucker. Remember going over a buddy's house, spending the night, and we were supposed to be sleeping, and all we did that night, because we still had VHS tapes back then, and all we did that night was, once the movie ended, we would stop it, hit replay on the VCR, let it rewind all the way full. Took about 2-3 minutes to rewind, and then we just hit play and just rewatch the whole movie all over. And we ended up learning word for word of every scene in the film. And I think that night we watched it like 10 times in a row, if I remember. Like, that was just great times as a kid, man. Like, to be honest, that Major Pain, Disney movies, Lion King, Aladdin. I just miss, early 90s, even the late 80s. Like, I miss that. 'Cause I'm a bit older, so even back in the late 80s, watching TV back then as a kid was just fun. But I'm a late bloomer on a lot of anime. Many of you have recommended a lot of stuff to me that I've been checking out. I've just been falling more in love with anime. I can say that I wish that I dived more into manga, because I do love reading, but more so because I just got this book in the mail. I love reading stuff like this. This is my favorite non-fiction world. Fictional world, excuse me. My favorite fictional world out of all fictional worlds, right here, Star Wars. I have a lot of Star Wars books here at home. But like I said, I wish that I could just find a full-on love to sit and read manga. Maybe that will occur. But I just love sitting and watching anime, whether it's dubbed or subbed. I don't care what version. Kung Fu Hustle is another one of my favorites that I gotta get back into watching again. I watched that movie like 4 or 5 times, and I just loved it so much. So like I said, I just wish if I could. I feel like if I could just pick up some manga. Actually, I got. I was at Target the other day. I think I put this in the community chat. I think I did. Got this Demon Slayer side book with Giyu and Rengoku. They go on a mission together. I haven't fully dived into it yet. but I bought it. I've been meaning to buy the manga because Demon Slayer is my favorite anime of 2019, and it's been like a mainstay here on the channel. I just gotta get back into it. But it's crazy because even though I want to continue reading the manga past where it's getting ready to pick up in season 3 to come more likely next year, that I want to read more, but because of what happened and occurred in the second season, like later on as the season was wrapping up, I read up on what was happening or what was to come, and my joy, excitement, like the shock and awe just wasn't fully there because I knew what was happening. And to see it visually happen was beautiful for sure, but I knew it was coming. Like I knew who was gonna be fighting who. I knew who was gonna be getting hurt. So for me, I don't find too much joy in, when it's pertaining to anime at least, knowing what's coming down the line. When I'm picking up and reading a manga, because if I read it, then all I'm gonna know now is visually this is what they're gonna give me. Especially with this specific anime, because of they're literally 99% of the time they're fully following the manga. So for me, the excitement goes out the window because I know exactly what's gonna happen. I know a specific character may die. I know that a specific character may get hurt, limb may get chopped off, or what's going to happen. I just know it's coming. And when it happens, it's just like, oh, there it is. Instead of me just like, oh my gosh, like, why did that occur? And what's going to happen next? Are they going to live? Like, I just prefer seeing an anime visually and fully not knowing. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of anime fans can't do that. They have no patience. And I totally understand, because a lot of these animes that are getting animated, a lot of them take 2 years or longer. I keep hearing about Attack on Titan. I'm only in the second season of Attack on Titan. Got to get back to reacting to the anime and putting it out here on the channel. But I heard that it took them a few years to get, I think, season 3 or season 4, whatever the case. So I understand that, but for me, I'm like, there's so many other anime that I can watch, that as long as I'm alive and here in the world, that if I just take my time watching this anime and then I get like Trigun, the remake, and it comes out, and I didn't read the manga, and then I see this stuff for the first time, for me, I'm like, yo, that was dope. And then I start theorizing, like, what's gonna happen next, and what is this about, and blah blah blah. That's why I love. That's one of the reasons why I love talking about Demon Slayer here on the channel, because I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't read the manga. I was theorizing on my own. Of what does this mean? What does that mean? Some people were coming on saying that that's not what it means, and you need to read the manga. It's like, well, I don't want to read the manga. I don't need to read it, to be honest, because I don't want to spoil myself and then see something and it's just like, I know what's gonna happen. Like, and other people, everybody else, they're excited to see it, but for me, I get let down because I'm like, oh, here it comes, this person's about to die, and it's just more so just like, and that's the thing, like, you watching me react to it, it may not be too authentic because I know I'm an emotional guy and I do cry. I might not cry that much. I might not cry fully hard. Like, there's some anime out there like ReZero that made me cry, and I hated I hated that I cried. But because I didn't read the manga, I felt like if I read the manga, I wouldn't have like fully had that full-on authentic reaction at the time. I only read the manga that don't have anime, or if the anime is done and the manga continues. Like, I would do that. Like, if the anime's finished, then sure, I will, dive into the manga. There's hundreds of anime-less manga out there, or anime like Bastard and Golden Boy that only have 6 episodes, but the anime is 100 chapters is long. Yeah. Actually, I just bastard that new anime on Netflix. I started the first episode, but I didn't fully. I was on my way home the other day, and it was Tuesday. It was something. I was on my way home. I was on the bus. Hit play on it, but I didn't. I only let like maybe a few minutes play, and then I ended up getting a call, and I forgot about it. So I have to get back into it. So, but yeah, I get a lot of people. A lot of even some subs. I feel like they just they're upset that I don't read the manga. But again, for me, when it's at least pertaining to Demon Slayer, like even though I don't want to read it, I'm probably going to, just because, like I said, it's been a mainstay on here on the channel as far as like me reading the manga. I've done chapter readings here on the channel and talked about reviews and thoughts. So probably just gonna get back to it. It just sucks because I don't want to ruin the anime experience for myself, because I know exactly what's coming down the line. It's just like, man, like I really want my reaction videos to be authentic and real, instead of me sitting like, oh, there it goes, or can't wait to see. It's just like, I feel like the experience is just ruined for myself personally. So yeah. Oops. Responded to a message. So let's see. In the words of the writer Bastard, it is inspired by the 80s D&D and metal music. It's super goofy and cheesy and amazing. The kingdom is called Metal Nakana or something like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch some of it tomorrow. Like I said, I needed a break. I think I said this in my other stream, but I needed a break from work. Work was kicking my butt, so I took today and tomorrow off. So I'm off from the 6th of July to the 10th of July, so it's Sunday, and then I go back Monday through Thursday next week, and then I'm basically back to my regular schedule. My regular schedule is basically like, it sucks though, because it's like, it can be real taxing. Like I basically work 8 days out of 9. Like I'll work 4 straight days, then I'm off that Friday, so basically it'll be next Friday, and then I work Saturday through Tuesday, so that's the 8 through 9. Then I have that following Wednesday off, and then I go back Thursday and Friday, which basically would be this week. I would have worked today and tomorrow, and then I would have the weekend off, and then I would just basically, like I said, start all over. So I would go back to working 8 out of 9 days, 1 off, work that weekend, work the next 2 days, those first 2 days of the week, have the middle of the week off, work the next 2, have that weekend off, and then go back and work the thing all over again. It just, like, it's great to have weekdays off, but it just, that having that 1 day off but working 8 of those days out of 9, that's yeah, like that can be taxing on my mind and body a lot of times. So, and it sucks even more when people call off and I have to do extra work. So, and I work in a hospital, so it just really sucks. I just came, crazy. I came across this video on social media about, literally about hospitals and seeing nurses and stuff trying to work with a patient. It's supposed to be a funny thing, but it's still talking about truth stuff where patients, when they're being moved from one bed to the next, whether it's in a surgery room or even just coming from their room or going back to the room. It's funny because some patients kind of do things without thinking and without following directions per the nursing staff and stuff like that, just trying to keep them safe as they're going from one bed to the next. It is funny because I see, but the video is talking about, I see the patients do, some patients do almost every week, at least once a week, I see them getting a little bit ahead of themselves. So it's just a funny video. But yeah, I can't wait for this remake. Like I said, I might order this volume 1 novel. I mean, a novel, but manga for Trigun. Just that it will come. It won't arrive until next Monday for Maximum. Because I guess it's shipping from somewhere else and not from Amazon's warehouse, which I could have gotten it either tomorrow or like Saturday. But we'll see. If I don't do it today, I'll probably do it tomorrow because I get paid tomorrow. But again, let me see. You said, "Oh, I was never able to do weekdays off. I didn't know what to do with myself. It's like all the stores are open, but I'm too tired." I understand. It's for me because I don't have a car, so I don't drive. I have to catch a bus, so it works too because if I need to go do something real quick, I can catch a bus, go where I need to go. I'll be gone for maybe 40 something minutes in total, maybe close to an hour, but in that time frame, I'll be back within that 45 minutes to an hour. It just depends. Sometimes I can be back a little bit quicker if I'm running in the store. Like I have an app to track the buses. The bus is coming. I could go in the store, grab something real quick, pay for it, and then run out. Boom, the bus has come. And all of that time, it only took maybe 30 plus minutes, and I'm back home. And then that way, I can jump right back into watching an anime or finishing up on a video that I'm working on or whatever. So I think one of my Trigun videos actually did that. So Liz, what is going on? What is up? How are you today? What's going on, friend? I hope that your Thursday is treating you well. Hopefully everybody's Thursday is treating you well today. We literally talked about a whole bunch of stuff in the stream. Our theories, thoughts, assumptions. Like, the more I keep talking about this remake, the more I get intrigued by it. I just know that a lot of fans are not. I think they're already like brushing it to the side because of the animation alone. But like I said earlier in the stream, like 20 minutes ago, like good. I'm glad that you're chilling. Same here, just chilling, chillaxing, should I say? But a lot of what I was saying earlier, about like 20 minutes ago, was just like, per the studio that got this anime, they're known for that. Again, I haven't checked out Beastars. Hopefully later this year I will. But when we got the announcement like three weeks ago that they were gonna make the remake, and they said that this was the studio that they were doing it with, and the anime that they had already did animation on, I was like, it's probably what the remake's gonna look like. And sure enough, we get the trailer 3 weeks later. Yeah. So to me, when I've seen the trailer for Beastars, I was like, it's different style. Didn't make me upset about it, but a lot of fans, which is understandable, they were like, no, this isn't the Trigun I'm used to. But we were sitting here talking for the past roughly 40 minutes, just saying that, that the remake is probably what we see here I'm going to bring up something else in a moment, but what we see here is probably prequel stuff. This is more than likely probably stuff that occurs where I talked about in the video where I was talking about the hoodie coat that he has. It's probably before he gets the actual coat that he has, because again, the poster has him, that we see in the poster that has him, and I think me and you, Liz, we talked about this poster that he has him rocking the actual original coat. I think that could be the case. Then we talked about, because again, Mao brought up that Vash has the mole, because he was sort of thinking, and I did too for a brief second last night. Vash has the mole on the face. He's like, that's not, that has to be Vash. But we were like, well, what if it's actually Knives being evil, and framing Vash, having a fake mole on his face, having a fake left arm. What if that's the case? What if in these tanks there are other twins in these tanks besides Vash and Knives? Interesting stuff. Let's see. I bet it will be something totally unexpected. I am a little disappointed, but I'll still watch it. Understandable. See, I've never read the One Punch Man manga, but I love the anime a lot. And there was a lot of emphasis on Rim and the ship and Knives, so I bet it'll be prequel that focuses on how he became Vash. Yeah. Per the name too, Trigun Stampede. All of this stuff, because I was saying too that Vash actually looks a little bit younger than he does in the. I'm gonna use the original. This is actually the opening to the stream here today. This one here is what I used. I just had music playing in the background at the time. But he looks younger than the adult. Like I feel like even though we know that they're like way older than what they are. I actually played episode 24 Sin from the original, and when Legato was telling Vash, I might replay it in a moment. Stuff. Yeah, there are other plans. I hope they show up. It would be cool if Telsa and Crimea had an appearance. Why not? Definitely, why not? Sorry, I'm responding to a message real quick. Yeah, One Punch Man, the anime, it was great. I enjoyed both seasons. But yeah, this is just some of the stuff that we were talking about. And somebody had mentioned, I don't know, Liz, if you saw the comment. I didn't catch it until after my video that I put out about his gun. That the gun that he has, pull it back up here. The gun that he has in the trailer is not the gun that his 45 revolver that he normally uses. That's the other thing that we notice here. Like the gun here, it's not the same. It's literally not the same one. If it is, though, because they at least give the bullet what you call it here? This here. If let's say this is the same gun, because I'm just not realizing that too, because they could be real. This could be a creative thing that they did. They put a thing around the barrel of the gun. See, we're talking anyway. Yeah, I saw the comment. Okay, yeah, it has 8 shots. Now I can't remember. I think the original he only has 6 in his 45. I think this one has 8 for sure. But like I said, maybe because it just dawned on me just looking at it. I might do a video for this one too. Go back to, we'll use this one here. This one's like a close-up. So if we look at it, right, maybe this because we see that where the barrel is sitting. Maybe they put something that is like this. It's like covering the barrel of the gun, so that, I don't know, maybe it helps with ricochet. It helps with what's the other word I'm trying to think of? When you're shooting the gun. Something to do with when you're shooting and it's going like this. I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't. But yeah, maybe this helps with comfortability. Maybe, I don't know. But maybe this is a better way to help him shoot this gun better. In this shot, it looks like the gun was black, but is now silver because the paint's coming off. Could be per the front of the gun, but the side, the side and stuff like that is black. Recoil. Thank you, Liz. That's what I literally was trying to remember. And like I said, maybe this is helping with recoil, because again, the barrel's in the middle of the gun. So maybe this is the gun. It's just that they just decided because it's a remake, they were just like, we're not gonna have the the 45 look how it usually look. We're actually gonna add this to it, to them make it seem like it looks cooler. We're just like, yo, we need the regular. Let me pull it back up because I think I'm gonna use a different image here. Let's see. I don't want to use that. I want to use, let's see. Let's see. No. Where are you? Where did I put you? Dude, where did I put, seriously have a picture of this. Give me a second, I'm gonna find it in a second. This one? No, that's not it. Ah, where I put that oh, you know what? Here we go. Let's see, here we go. Maybe this is it. Let me see. There we go. Got it. Let me just fix it first. Let me fix this here. There we go. Bang. Huh. Guys, it actually looks the same. It's just that the coloring is different, right? It's sword. Yeah, sword. It still has the what you call it. But this is a different image though. But let me cause I saw a different one. Give me a second. I was just looking at it too. Where did I see? Was it here? Episode 8. No. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. 1 second. This would be more so pointed at knives here. Why is that? Oops. Come on. Fix. There we go. Okay, let's see. It might absorb the recoil, right? Could be a blaster from the ship as it looks more futuristic, yeah. Than the other weapons, yeah. Yeah, maybe it starts off black and fades white. And the trailer looks more rectangular and bulky, right? So this one, for the gun, yeah. So I don't know. But I think, like we're saying, like per the remake, I think they're just like saying, we're just gonna add this to it. I personally feel like the top portion of the gun in the remake, it should literally look just like this. Just if they decided to change the color to black, and let's say it does fade to the color that it is now in the, per the original, that bottom portion of the gun shouldn't be there, like how it looks in the image here. I think fans would be more okay with that at least. So again, we'll see. We shall see. Like I said, I Liz, you weren't here. I talked about it. I said maybe in about 2 to 4 months we'll get another trailer. I think that the anime is gonna come out in like early spring, like March. That's what I'm thinking. That's my guess. So we shall see. So I'm responding to a message. So I'm hopeful, guys. I'm not like sitting here like, it's the end of the world and they're ruining the legacy that the original. I don't view it that way. Because at the end of the day, if I don't like I'm gonna sit and watch the entire show. Like me personally, I'm not somebody who. Again, I'm talking for myself. I can't speak for everybody else. I can only talk for myself. I'm not somebody who will sit and watch something and not finish it, even if I don't like it. I'll at least, for me at least, I'll just really just sit and watch an entire anime because I want to see how they decided to start it, where the middle of it went, and even finalize it. Even if I didn't like it. And there's some stuff out there that I just didn't like. Whether it was a show or TV or anime, it's just like stuff that I just didn't like. So this remake, I did say, Liz, too, that I think it might be 2 cours because to be honest, I think it's going to be 2 seasons. For now, that's my assumption. So they're gonna give us the first core would be roughly like 12 episodes, and the second core would be roughly about 10 plus. Uh, so I don't think we'll be getting the all like 20 plus episodes within the sitting. If they do that, great. But I think it's gonna go like a core thing. Just really hope Vash is the same personality. That's everybody's hope. I honestly think, because again, what we talked about too from the trailer looks real serious. We see a lot of seriousness in Vash. We also talked about how I mentioned that I'm thinking that the first episode is what we see of Rem, Vash, Knives, them living out their lives, and then we get the climactic. Oh, Rem's like, oh, I gotta get you out of here, get you on this thing, get y'all out of here, and then of course, she sacrificed herself, right? R.I.P. to Rem, right? And then the second episode, moving forward, we'll see what's going to happen between Vash and Knives, how they break up, and then move from there. And maybe what we're seeing is just prequel stuff. Vash is out here. He's maybe possibly a little bit more serious per the trailer, and then eventually he will decide to, I need to lighten up. I need to put on this facade of goofiness, and go from there. Legato may show up and activate his angel gun, and of course do what he does, and then that's where he has the memory loss, and not remembering fully what's going on. But it's interesting though too that even in the original, that I'm just thinking about this now, that Vash, he knows something bad happened. He can't remember specifically the specifics as to what it was and why, that he was the reason for, that city being destroyed. But he knew something bad happened. But the one thing that he does remember, sort of, oh no, it's the one thing that he remembers. He remembers the promise to Rem. He remembers that moment. He remembers the conversation that he has with her. It's just interesting that the memory loss that he has is just that moment of what happens with him in the city, but he still remembers though Rem and the promise. That's what I love about that original Trigun. I do too. I literally love both sides of his personality, because when it's time to go in go mode, he does it. Even with where are you? Losing my train of thought here. Give me a moment. Because Mal mentioned it, I forgot. I'm trying to find it. It's the whatchamacallit group. And we also I mentioned the symbol on his, it's a symbol, Project X, on the hoodie coat that he wears in the trailer. It says Project X on there. And I'm thinking that coat came with them on the ship, and he just kept it with him until he got older, and then he decided to put that on. That's my guess, but who knows for sure. The Gun Ho crew, that's what it is. The Gun Ho crew. The first Angel Arm takes place in July, yeah, when Vash goes to meet one of Rem's descendants, and that's when he loses his memory. Thank you, Mal, because I couldn't remember the spot there. Yeah, same here. I love Vash as well so much. At that point, he still has Knives' gun, and they haven't met each other for like 80 years, and that's also how he loses his arm in that. Yeah. I think somebody had mentioned about that, and they were saying how sad that was. It was per the manga that they were talking about. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to look to find the manga, if I can get the paperback, or if I can get another avenue to see. I really want to dive into the manga because, like I said, I was looking into the manga last year, like around the summertime of 2021, and Scalper was doing their scalper thing on that cheese. I hate it a lot. They were overpricing the manga, and then I looked it up yesterday. Same thing. I came across a volume and it was like 60 something bucks, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know, I can find some manga stuff, even on Demon Slayer stuff. Like manga's only like 15 bucks for a freaking volume. Like, doesn't make any sense to me. That's the thing. I went to Target the other day, bought this Demon Slayer manga book for 10 bucks. Like, but freaking Scalper would triple that price and charge people $70 for that thing, plus the shipping and handling to get it to you. It's like, man, I'm not trying to I am hopeful. Right. Okay. Really, really hopeful that, let's see, well, you like the manga, it's quite different from the anime. That's what I keep hearing. Like, it's more fleshed out, more, it's like much, even much greater than the anime. I don't mind that. We were talking about manga stuff, where I was talking about like Demon Slayer, and I was doing the Demon Slayer videos on the manga and stuff like that, and like one of the episodes, or a few of the episodes towards the end of season 2, just weren't the same experience for me because I read ahead in the manga and I knew what was coming. That's why I love watching anime blind and not knowing, because the experience for me, definitely for y'all, but basically for me, is like, it's so much better when I know, when I don't know what's gonna happen next, and I'm questioning, wondering, and pondering why this character the way they are, what powers that, what weapon, whatever the situation is at the moment, why they are that they are, their past, whatever the case. But if I sit and read the manga and I read ahead and then I see it visually, it's not, for me, it's not the same experience. Yeah, Mal, I think this is what you're talking about for. Project X, I think, is the seed DNA project that Rim mentioned. So the hoodie would come from one of the ships, like the one that Vash finds floating in the sky in episode 19. Maybe. Could be. So on episode... What did I do? Episode 19 is Hang Fire. Oh no, maybe it's episode 20. This one's titled Flying Ship. That's what that is. Titled Flying Ship. But episode 24, like I said, I'm gonna do a video. There's one-shot Trigun manga. Yeah, I do know about the one-shot Trigun manga. Same guy that did Sun Can Rock. Sun Can Rock. Guys, I need to get back into doing my Sun Can Rock either read, because I was doing reading videos for that. I might shift it to review videos. I think about that every now and then. I was enjoying Sun Can Rock from the chapters that I read. I think I've only read like 4 or 5 chapters, something like that, maybe 6.
you do, I wouldn't blame you. So many sad things happen to you. Whether they are friend or enemy, the people you meet die. It's enough to sap one's tears.
Episode 24. Episode 24.
You know this is not finished yet. Did you really expect the end to come so easily? Don't you understand you're not human? It is time to realize exactly who you are. Oh no, please, it can't be! There's power in that light, power that you have always possessed. Even more, this represents what you are.
Yeah, it's weird, like, I can find the playlist on the YouTube site on my laptop, but I can't. Some of my playlists are not. They are not showing up on the actual app on my phone, so it sucks. But if you want, Mal, you can maybe search it up on my channel. Like I said, I did a few videos, so it looks like I did up to 5 chapters. This was 2 years ago. Literally, I have 2 videos showing up at the top. This is what it looks like if you can see it. I don't know if you can. It's gonna pop up there. That's what the videos look like, Mal, if you want to check them out. If they pop up for you. Yeah, so literally it's just the 2. It says Sunken Rock Manga Volume 1, Chapter 1, Reading and Discussion. Then the next video says same thing, Sunken Rock Manga Volume 1, Chapter 5. So it just kind of skips the other 3 or 4 or whatever. So, but what I saw and read, I was enjoying. But then life happened and I put it down. So I'm really hopeful to pick it back up so I can continue checking it out. But my hope, like I said again, my hope is that I can be able to get into the Trigun manga maximum and really sit and read, take in what it's putting out for me. And even looking up that one-shot one that you mentioned, Mal, that I heard about, just didn't look into. Just because, Trigun's just a dope anime. Heard nothing but really great things about the manga. Check out Gungrave. Yeah, that's what they were talking about too, Liz. It was Mal and before they ended up leaving. Let's see. Where'd you go? Oh, they disappeared. The names disappeared. eShadow World. That's the user that was here. They disappeared. They were talking about Gungrave. I have Gungrave on my list. I just because he was the one. eShadow World. He was the one that they were the one that mentioned it. Gungrave. They had asked me if I checked it out. I was like, I have it on my list. I just haven't watched it. They were telling me that Gungrave is like sort of similar to Trigun, so I was like, that's what's up. So maybe I'll check that out later this year. Do a reaction review series here on the channel for that. So you love Sunken Rock. I vaguely recall the gang going all around, squashed into tiny Mini Coopers. Yeah, right. Yep, I remember that too. That they couldn't afford. It was like they were just doing stuff on the whim. But the main character was funny too. But when it got serious, it got serious. So yeah, but hopefully, per this remake, So this is what we can go off of. These are the notes of my memory from what we talked about here in the stream. We're expecting flashbacks. We're expecting like prequel flashbacks that are going to be focal points of the episodes for this remake. We are expecting a little bit more fleshed out stuff with Rem, Knives, and Vash. Maybe we'll get 2 episodes, probably more than likely at the beginning. Maybe we will, it's like a 1% chance, but we obviously really fully believe that, this is, I'm pulling it back up here. I'm going to use this one here, close up. That this is Vash. There's a 1% chance that this could be. So it's an assumption. It's 1% chance that this could be Knives. He's acting like Vash. He's framing Vash, and he's out here doing, and that's how he gets the name Vash the Stampede, or sort of. But he's still gonna. We feel like July is still gonna happen, and Vash, like Legato or even Knives, they activate his angel gun, and he takes out the city. This could be a younger version of Vash, and this is all prequel stuff leading up, because again, this is a hoodie coat. He doesn't have the actual coat that he's wearing, and he eventually gets the actual coat that he gets, because we do see the poster. I haven't showed it at all in the stream. I'll show it finally here for the first time, because I was supposed to do that. I didn't do that. It's my fault. Per the poster here, which we don't actually get the full entire poster, but I believe that the what you call it's at the bottom is alive or dead, and the $1 billion reward is at the bottom. We also got that little sign the little red sign on the corner there too. But again, the coat here, it literally looks like the coat that he normally wears. It's not a hoodie coat. So it's more than likely, this is all prequel stuff. More so, this coat, this wanted sign is, of him rocking the coat. They put the wanted out there, and, we go for it. I'm expecting this remake to be 2 core, roughly first 12 episodes. Probably a weekend thing, maybe Friday, Saturday, whatever day. I'm assuming that it's gonna be like a Friday or Saturday thing for when they release the episodes. 2 core, 12 episodes. First half, 12 episodes, and then the second half maybe 10 to 12. And I'm assuming that it's gonna be 2 seasons. I'm assuming that we'll get it early 2023, like around March, early spring. That's my thing. I believe that we're probably going to get maybe 2 more trailers before the debut. So we'll see about that. I like the look of the poster. Yeah, I really love the look of the poster, actually. Maybe it'll morph into his classic look. Yeah. Maybe, and then like I said, because we're talking about prequel stuff, it's a prequel thing where he gets the coat. He has the current coat that he has. Like Mal was saying, he gets the coat on that ship and he uses it. So notice the fingers. Who's holding the poster? Both hands are human, yeah. Maybe it's Vash himself. And that's the other thing, there's 2 hands holding this poster, right? Maybe it's Knives. But maybe this is Legato, because Legato has these. I'm gonna remove my camera here. Legato has these type of gloves that he wears. That this person is wearing. Even though Vash's hands. Like I said, could be Vash. Is it Vash holding it, and the poster, his arm? robotic arm. Yeah, like we said, like we're saying, maybe this is Vash holding the poster, and he's able to. I'm gonna pull up this image here instead, different one. He's able to transform out of the skin that he has for the left arm into the robotic arm here, and he can actually reapply the skin. So just some theories, guys. Like, we're just like, yo, like, it's crazy. We're re-looking at this trailer, and we're seeing some extra stuff that we can talk about. I could put some videos together for. In the poster, his arm, yep, it's robotic. Yeah, they were trying to trick us, trying to 52 fake us. That's what I call it. Similar gloves, no sleeves. Yeah, because usually Vash wears sleeves. Usually. So, this could be, like I said, this could be Legato here holding the poster. About to pull up another image too in a second here. I just looked at it. I haven't really talked about it in a while. Let me move my camera again. Yeah, this could be Legato, because he does have these type of gloves that he wears. I'm curious about that red thing there. What does that mean? Let's see. Plus, like I said, the $1 billion reward is at the bottom. This other image, I like this image here. This one here. I like that the sun is in the background, and it's like the heat, because the sun isn't like fully formed, so it's like the heat is shimmering off basically like coming up off the ground. But I do like this spot here for the trailer. For me personally, I like this dude here pointing his gun at Vash. It was just a quick shot of him turning. So it's a quick shot of him turning to spin to point. I just like that motion that he did as he was pointing his gun in Vash's direction. Really just like that he did that. And so the hands look smaller. They might be a woman. That too. That is true too. Hey, maybe it's Merle. This shot is one of my favorite shots from the trailer itself, because they do this sound where it goes boom boom. It's basically when Vash ducks both shots that the guy when he pulls the trigger. I like that he the way that they do this spot here per the trailer. I really just like that. I'm actually going to pull up that image of him doing it too. I really am glad that I picked up most of the images from the trailer. I kind of just wish I could have removed the words, but I can't. I just like that how he was able to just move out the way. And that's the crazy thing, when I did my coat video, like, I was staring right at this part here, and I wasn't even thinking like, oh, it's a hoodie coat. Interesting though that he's wearing all black here though, coming out of his thumb. Let me go back to that. Let me pull that image back out. Let's see. There we go. Yo, you're right. It does look like it's coming from his thumb. Yeah, Liz, I really like that sequence as well. It does look like the laser's coming from his gun. That's interesting. I didn't even notice that. Huh. That's cool. I like the color of his gun too, by the way. Just a nice color gold, basically. This image though here, I really love this one. I think it's because my favorite color is blue, so this stood out to me a lot. Now, I'm curious as to wondering, could the, like technically this could just be lights, right? But not just so much just lights, but you know, could these be pods for people to live in? Because there are ships out there that we've seen on live action TV shows and in anime where the, like how these are literally like sort of like pods for people to live, or just the side sections, left and right sections, not so much the top, but the side sections just like, let me just put my camera real quick just to see what else. Yeah. They do sort of look like something that they can like pop open and, you know, sleeping people. Yeah, that's what I'm literally thinking, like maybe those pods. Of course, this is the beginning of the episode of the trailer that I really love that they have this here with Rim in them. Like it's just a beautiful shot. They got the really beautiful flower next to there, covered up basically to protect and preserve the flower. Yeah, the frozen. Yeah, I really love this here. And actually, when we're looking at it, it kind of looks like there's a door cracked, because it looks like there's a little bit of lighting where, like where Rem and like looks like Vash is standing in the picture here. It looks like somebody's cracked the door a little bit just to stare at the picture itself, or it could be Rem looking at the boys in their bed and it's just the picture's right there. Seed chips, okay. Nice. Thank you for that. Let's see. What else do I have? Of course, another favorite image, because Vash is so scared. I mean, it's crazy like how their personalities are totally different. Like Vash just seems like he's more emotional, more attached to I just think just a little bit more. Like Knives is it's not like he's not emotional, right? His response is just different. Because like I said in another video or another stream, this response is more so as if I feel like Knives is saying, come with us, I'll save you, Rem, versus how Vash, his response is more of a fear, worry, uncertainty. I don't want to lose you, but he feels powerless and he feels like he can't save her. So it's just two different responses that I really loved in this trailer from both of them. And you know, of course, and that's the thing, like I wish I had gotten the screenshot for it, and maybe I will in an after the stream itself, because I can't do it here because it'll probably mess up the stream. But Rem's facial expression changed. It was a specific expression before she decides to smile with tears. There was a different expression on her face here in this moment. See, in the manga, Vash was initially scared of humans and Knives liked humans, but something happened that caused their outlook to change. I believe it. I really do believe that. Interesting that does be the case. Actually, no. I think I read up on that they changed or swapped the outlook for both of them in the from the anime. I thought I read that they said that I thought that they said that they changed it. Give me a second. My camera back up. Give me a moment. I thought that they said that. Could have sworn I read that somewhere in one of these things here. Just trying to see if I can find it. I done lost what I was looking at. I could have sworn they said that they changed. They changed it. I do. Yeah, because I'm getting tired too. That's why I was just like trying to just recap everything that we talked about before I ended. Because it's literally 8:40 on my end, and I'm like I'm getting tired. But yeah, I think that that's everything that pretty much wanted to talk about. And of course, like we said, we talked about the gun. Maybe possibly it still is the gun, and it's just that they just added the bottom to the actual gun. It's just that it's going to probably fade to silver instead of black. So we'll see what happens. But I think I'm going to call it because, like I said, I'm getting tired. It's 8:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I need to go to sleep because I might be having to get up early in the morning to go do something for a little over an hour. But as always, guys, it's real with you all. Thanks for definitely stopping through, coming by, chilling with me today. Liz, it's always an honor and privilege to chat with you. Like I said, definitely hope that you're doing well. Mal, thanks for stopping by. Definitely enjoy conversating with you as always. There was somebody that called Cole when they popped in for a split second and they bounced. He shot old world. Definitely still gonna give him a shout out. Thanks for stopping by to chat with us as well. But as always, it's always real with everybody. Whenever you do get a chance to stop by and chat with me, whenever I do get a chance to do these streams. Again, like I said, I'm off until Sunday. I go back to work Monday. I might do another stream within that time frame. It all depends what's happening. Like I said earlier, too, rest in peace to the Yu-Gi-Oh manga creator. He passed away today at age 60. Definitely sad for the Yu-Gi-Oh community. That just sucks so much. And rest in peace to the light novel for 86. The artist, not the writer or the creator or anything like that, but the artist, health is basically bad. I'm guessing probably getting worse over time. But they canceled the light novel manga for 86, so rest in peace to that. I was gonna do a video on that. I might still do that, but we'll see about that. But yeah, but like I said, guys, looking forward to the manga. I mean, excuse me, the remake. Can't wait. Looking forward to any trailers to come. Probably gonna put together a couple, or maybe just chop this up, record this stream and chop it up and upload it to the channel. We'll see what happens. But with that, guys, it's been real. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening, noon, and nights. Hope you all have a very humbling and safe Friday tomorrow to you and your family. Definitely, guys, it's always appreciated. And yeah, RIP to Sensei. So with that, guys, I will hopefully and humbly talk to you all next time with a stream and or video to come. Good night and good day. Peace. Stay safe and stay home.